I like how there's this open area you can explore and miss all the
It's nice to have a
important
place
game
we call
moments.
home, right?
Yeah. When I first got to Jackson, I was so overwhelmed by all the people.
I was overwhelmed by all the food. I remember my first week just gorging myself. Stuffing food in all my pockets for later like it was gonna run out.
I saw that.
You did not?
I did. I remember thinking, who is this string bean girl stealing all the jerky?
I didn't steal that much jerky.
I want to make sure
Hey, I think I found the courthouse.
How can you tell?
it says Courthouse.
See that sign up there? On the building that says Courthouse?
Listen, they put that in there for gamers like us.
Oh, wow.
Who would
Nice
go
work,
right
detective.
past it. Okay?
Where do we go?
Mark this place
Yeah.
on the map.
For people who get lost walking out of a door.
Leave me alone. It's not my fault.
If y'all ever do
It's the game's fault somehow.
If y'all ever do more Geek Remix animated, may I nominate those 2 moments, please?
Hear that?
I hear it. Infected.
It's coming from the courthouse. This is gonna suck, isn't it?
At least we're ready for him.
Alright, so they're implying we must enter the courthouse now, so.
Enter.
Alright, Horsey, you stay here. If anything bad happens, just run away.
Never forget the one-way door. Come on. Ellie, you gotta impress your girlfriend now.
I wish we had the bow and arrow.
Here we go.
Oh, there's sighted ones and blind ones. Great.
It's pretty common for strong anime characters to have a bad sense of direction, so Mari is an anime character confirmed.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I never doubted for a moment. Just in case.
I got owned so hard in this bloody courthouse it was embarrassing. Oh, good. Thank you for the bits, Ashikai, who gets lost more, Mari or Leon from Pokemon Sword and Shield. How long have you been streaming Hope I Didn't Miss Much? We've been streaming for like a little over an hour, I think. About an hour, 20 minutes maybe. So far we've just been wandering around Seattle.
What I like about this is that there's a defined amount of enemies. They don't just like appear and keep going, because then I feel like
Yeah.
when I've cleared an area, I've definitely like cleared an area.
What is the oh, that's gauze. Okay. No respawning, yeah.
And once they're dead, they're dead.
Yeah, we've technically been streaming for like an hour and 36 minutes, but we were bullshitting for the first portion of that. So, game time, I think about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Go team.
Let's find that gas.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about the games journalist who kept
I
saying...
wonder what it was like to serve on a jury. But it was fun. Sit down, look at evidence, try to tell if somebody's lying.
Just give me 5 minutes and my knife. I'd tell you if they were lying or not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, Ellie, relax.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I think,
I keep thinking about the game journalists who kept calling this, like, way too violent. I can't handle it. Which is normal and okay to not like violence. But sometimes it feels like, and I don't want people to get this mixed up, because if you don't like violence, that's totally okay, because I'm not always in the mood for it either. But sometimes I feel like people just say things because they think it makes them woke or something.
mm-hmm.
And I find that frustrating. Like, I just don't think this game being too violent is one of the criticisms that is helpful
Yeah.
to me. Like, it's still a criticism, and that's fine. I disagree with it. But I just...
Well,
I
it's
don't
like,
know.
would you play Resident Evil or Call of Duty and say that they're too violent?
That's
literally
what I'm saying.
That's like literally what the game is you shooting people or
Like,
zombies or whatever.
I don't get it. Why this game has to be the one where everyone says, it's just too much for me. When literally...
Well, no, I think the difference is saying it's too much for me versus it's too much.
Yes. Okay, that... Yeah, you know what? That's kind of what's bothering.
Yeah.
No, I think sometimes I feel like just people in general, like, I try to be woke, for reals. Like, because my intent is I want to make sure everyone feels heard, and I want to make sure everyone feels like I'm covering all the bases of people. Sometimes I feel like I see things and I'm like, that doesn't seem... It just seems like
Hey,
you're just
little
saying
help?
it.
Coming.
I guess I'm complaining about fake allies who do it for clout rather than for the right reasons. That's my input.
You ever been to a courthouse before?
Nope.
You're telling me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble. But never landed in a courthouse.
You know, it also kind of reminds me about, we have conversations about this all the time, but about the whole, like, characters wearing skimpy outfits and how I think it's okay to be like, oh, like, I don't really want to play a game like that versus it shouldn't exist.
I'm just not gonna play the game. That's not... It doesn't mean other people are not allowed to enjoy it. It's kind of like how Life is Strange is definitely not for everyone, but it's for us. And we like it.
Parking garage.
Well, the gas is in there, right?
Oh, that's what the note said.
Well, let's get down there.
Let's keep the gas in the place that would definitely be the most infested in the future. Good
Yeah.
planning, guys. Good planning.
Also, we have all those games with violent men, and I've never heard such criticism. Now we have a feminist protagonist game, and now it is too violent. Like, that is, yeah, that's an interesting point, I think.
I just don't think... Sometimes I feel like people are trying too hard to say something woke, and it's actually just detrimental to the cause they're trying to help. And it bothers me.
Benny, the WLF is winning. The city's going to fall any day now, and unless you quit Fedra, I can't keep you safe. Up until recently, I could almost understand why you stuck with them, but after the Thursday Market massacre, I don't see how you can call us misguided killers with a straight face. Those people were just trying to get food for their families, and today they started banishing people for sedition? That's a death sentence. Listen, you still have time. I will vouch for you. Meet me by Rustin Coffee at 2 a.m. on Friday, alone. Please show up. I know it's scary, but it's the only way. Your friend, Sandra.
Brought it on yourself, I guess.
Yeah. And I've also seen some of the criticism I've seen is that this is like misery porn, which is that it's just like bad things on top of bad things, blah 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 blah. Everything is harsh and grim, and
yeah, that's the game.
Well, and I guess like my thing is that like I
Careful.
am okay with not everybody wanting, like, some people like they would rather play Pokemon and like or Stardew Valley, something like peaceful and not stressful, and I think that's perfectly okay. But you know, I don't know, I like dark, grim stories sometimes. I like violent stories, and like we talked about this last stream, but it's like
Shit! Get off her!
Jesus. I think that's all of them.
Well, let's find that gas.
Blue Shirt says, if I were a game reviewer, I wouldn't review games of genres I don't like, such as sports games or MMOs. Yeah, and we talked about this on the last stream, and like, while I do think there's definitely value in having like a diverse range of people's opinions, it's also fair to kind of put out there, like, hey, I don't like this genre in the first place, so, you know, because it kind of changes, like, what's up with the Screechy fellows? The Screechy ones are the clickers. They don't have sight, but they are very sensitive to hearing. They're farther along in the infection than the ones that are like running around and can see. Or do you mean Screechy fellows like people talking about the game? I thought you meant.
And?
I just want to have a good
Please.
time.
We got gasoline.
Yay.
Our luck's changing.
Don't you jinx us.
You would think she would want to get more gasoline than that, but maybe she's thinking it's too dangerous to carry all that
Fuck Vedragate is calling to
because
us.
it's too heavy. I don't know.
Now, how do we get out of here?
Huh.
Granted, sometimes people who don't like this or that kind of game find one they do like. I know a few people who don't like JRPGs but love Persona 5. Yeah, and like I think it's definitely okay to play games that are like outside of what you normally enjoy and to like offer your thoughts on it. But I just wish people would be more aware of, you know, if you don't like violence in your games, which is fine, then this probably is, you know, gonna not be as appealing to you because it's a huge part of the game. I mean, there's people who don't like to play games that have any combat at all, you know, which is also fine.
You know what I've noticed about these characters and how people live their lives in this world is that they didn't think about how they were going to get out. they only thought about how they were going to get in, and then they were like, well, and then we'll figure out how to get out once we're in. And I think that kind of really speaks. I know some people will see that and be like, wow, what idiots. But I think that kind of speaks to the overall tone of how people...
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it speaks to the overall tone of how people see the world in this game, that they're really not worried about the consequences of the future. They're worried about figuring the next goal, the next goal, the next goal. Because if you live your life with such, like, uncertainty, because most of us in the world, or most people, get the luxury of wanting to have a long-term solution or a long-term goal, and Ellie and Dina don't have that luxury. They, at any moment, have to think, like, I need to enjoy this moment. Which kind of takes me back to the DLC for The Last of Us 1, where Ellie is with her first girlfriend, and she's dying, and she's saying, we have to enjoy the moments we have right now, otherwise there's no point.
Dina.
Coming.
Come on!
Okay, let go.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Babe. Ooh.
They're already girlfriends. It's been solidified.
Okay. Gate.
Could be a while before we run into Abby and her friends. It might be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on.
Good point.
This reminds me of, like, on a slightly different tack, where people even, like, now...
How you doing back there? Getting homesick?
A little bit. You?
Same. Miss having a roof over my head.
You know, I've always dreamed of fixing up a farm just outside of Jackson.
Why wouldn't you stay in town?
I don't know. I like the idea of real space.
Sounds lonely.
Only if you're doing it alone.
Okay. So are we gonna, like, raise sheep and milk cows?
Oh my god, this is the
Are
gayest
you
dream.
making fun of me?
No. It actually sounds kind of nice.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds beautiful, babe. Smash.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is it reminds me of when people talk about, like, saving for retirement, and, like, you know, it's like some, like, rich folks will be like, well, I don't understand why these people aren't, like, saving for their future, blah blah blah. And it's like, you know, when, first of all, it's difficult. Second of all, when people are just worried about right here and now, you're not really thinking about putting aside money for when you're, like, 70 years old. It's so far away.
PP Me says, oh my god, cottagecore lesbians. Exactly. Hey Davis, check out our old WLF Safehouse for supplies. Probably a long shot, but every little bit helps. Grab what you can and meet us back at the Saravina. Don't worry about the gas. We'll take care of it, Mike. Yay, gun!
Yeah, like, when people are living in survival mode, it's like, you know.
Not to say that, like,
all about coffee.
being in...
Kidding me? He'd trade half his stuff for a bag of beans.
I never got it. Tastes like burnt shit.
Thank you. Acquired taste, my ass.
We're talking shit about coffee, Stacy. Are you gonna be okay? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, not that being in quarantine is anywhere close to being as traumatic as being in a horrible nightmare scenario. But, I definitely, like, just doing things to get through today. You know? And being like, I don't care, just make it through today.
Yeah.
And it'll be okay if you can just make it through today.
Shit!
Stop! Stop! Leave me alone!
Yeah,
just trying
Yeah.
to take a dump.
How do they get
Jeez.
inside these places?
What's this?
Barcos? No! A dog died! At some
That's
point in the past.
What? It's a key.
It,
It says Barcos on it.
What do you think it's for?
No clue. Let's keep an eye out.
Might be worth checking out.
900 Marion and 6th. So we know how to
Ooh.
find that on the map.
Cool.
I wonder if I can mark the map. So 6th and Marion, it should be right here. So when we get back on the street, I'm going to turn left and then I'm going to turn right on 6th Avenue. Okay. God, she really shit herself.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Dude. She was just on her period. She wasn't even infected.
I know. She's just, she's just having a really hard day.
And then we killed her. It's fucked up.
Before you leave this area, please find the gay bookstore.
We already went in the gay bookstore.
That was the record store.
Okay, we'll make sure.
We cleared this place out.
But a few people have said that there's a lot to find in this area, so there's a bunch to explore.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, gonna turn right up here. Okay.
What are the flashing things on the question marks mean?
It's new areas that she's drawn on the map since we last looked at it.
Oh, okay. Last of Us 3 is about the zombies family we killed just because she had a bad period day. It might be,
It's another block down.
yeah. Or I was gonna say it might be lower level also, because we're up right now.
I think it's on the other part of this corner, see?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, at some point in the past of this game, a dog was unhappy and I can't handle it.
Barco. No, the Barcos is the name of the store,
Hey,
not
isn't that the
dog.
key? you
Yeah,
found?
but I know. Look, pets existed and they were sad about it.
Okay. If you go around, I think back here maybe?
Right. Let me just
Oh.
absorb the atmosphere and look at it. Look, a
Bunny.
cat!
I
What?
think that was a bunny. There's been a couple bunnies.
I think that was a cat.
Oh.
Or it moved differently than a bunny. Or maybe it was a bunny, I don't know. That'd been cool if it was a cat.
Oh shit.
It was
got
a
it.
cat!
Let's see what we got in here. What the hell is this place?
Some kind of WLF something.
Loved watching your Last of Us YouTube uploads. Thank you!
Yeah, thank you. Just making stop, Ellie, stop. Do what I want you to do.
A dog bone keychain exists. Mari, sad.
Yeah, this is why people were like, Mari, you have to be prepared
Yeah.
emotionally for enemy dogs.
What's this?
These are plans to hit a Fedra convoy. This place must be old.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's been here in years.
We could take a look.
Bobbers wants to know if I dyed my hair black. It's actually not black. It's dark blue, and it went way darker than I thought I would, which is fine. It'll lighten up, but it's actually blue. I'm not a normie, so.
I think it's also like the camera too. It just makes everything look darker.
Mhm. Or I guess more contrasted. Bare your fangs. They think we're sheep.
What is that?
WLF propaganda. Reminds me of the Fireflies in Boston.
In New Mexico, we had these guys called the Ravens. Protectors of the Constitution, they called themselves.
Constitution. Wow.
What was their deal?
Ex-Fedra types who thought Fedra had too many rules. They ran protection rackets. They took multiple wives. Great dudes.
Ugh, yikes.
Alright.
Yeah.
No shade on the polyamorous community. This is a completely different observation outside of willing, consensual, having multiple wives in a system of patriarchy is different than an open polyamorous community.
Yeah.
But like usually when the guys are like, and also we should all have multiple wives, you're like, run. Get out.
Because the thing is in those situations, it's never everybody has multiple partners. No, it's the men have multiple wives, and that's it. Do you know?
Mm-hmm. So I just didn't want anyone to think that I was hating on the poly situation. It's so
Booney and Ghost would have loved this.
I think taking wives is not voluntary. Yeah, that's a good point. if the way that you're describing it as taking wives. Oh, she just jumped away from you.
Who?
They were these feral cats I had before I came to Jackson. But they didn't seem to want to leave with us, so I miss those scratchy little shits sometimes. You have any pets?
Nah, it was never really my thing.
Oh, maybe when we're done with all this, we can get a nice little creature to take care of.
Alright, deal.
in true lesbian fashion, they've been together for a very short time and are like, so we're married and we're having a cottage together, right?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a farm and raise goats. Poly men who have multiple girlfriends who aren't allowed to date others, only him. It's so gross, but it's a thing. Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking.
That's too much.
What we're talking about. How it's just.
I think we got everything.
If you want the expectation of dating multiple people, you have to be completely down with the multiple people dating other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just not fair, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you nervous at all?
About?
After everything we found out about the WLF, they seem more organized than I expected.
Doesn't change anything for me. Just means we have to be more careful.
At least they don't know we're coming for them.
Exactly. We're gonna be okay.
I know. All right. We should get back to the fuck Fedra gate before we lose the day.
Yeah. See if we can find those WLF at the Saravina.
First thing, I want to say, we got to find the gay bookstore. I have not forgotten. Second, I don't want anyone to think I'm saying all straight men. And I'm not saying that queer people can't be abusive. But something I've noticed in the poly community is that there are some, like, a lot of straight people are just chill and, like, just doing what they do. But there's some, like, straight guys who will try to be, like, they see that polyamory is an opportunity for them to fulfill a fantasy rather than it being an opportunity to explore, like, I want to have open love and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it definitely, like, they see the opportunity and they co-opt a space for people who are, like, mostly queer or just don't fit in on the society spectrum of what love and sex is. And they use it as an opportunity to just get sex and have multiple women to fill their ego, mm-hmm. rather than it being whatever.
About boundaries and respect and actually, like, loving multiple people.
Yeah. And
Just really quick, Bobbers gave you some bits to say sorry for getting your hair color wrong.
No, I'm sorry if I made you feel bad,
He
Bobbers.
said, "Damn my straight cis man eyes."
I really don't want any straight cis men to be watching this and think that I think of that of you immediately.
No.
I've also encountered people who are not straight cis men who treat people really, really bad. That was just the point I was making for this particular point.
Yeah.
And I want to point out that if you're in a non-hetero whatever relationship and you feel like you're being abused by the person and they say, you can't be abused, we're in this certain type of relationship.
That's more evil.
Fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Run. Get out. Because I hate people who do that. Like, it makes me so mad.
The bank is right ahead. Might want to stop there first.
Okay, so at the gay bookstore? Okay.
The
so
bank.
I think the bank is the... Oh, wait. I'm going to turn right here. Because, like, that question mark is...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at the sign.
So.
Think we found the bank.
Should we go explore it?
Your call.
Yes. Let's do it. Yeah, and I mean, I hate when people leave comments saying that they feel like picked on by some of these points that we make, because that's not what we're trying to do. Is to like make it seem as if like
This is
other
cool.
people can't also do shitty things.
Holy shit, we might get crushed kind of way.
Relax. It's probably been like this for years. It's not gonna collapse today. I think.
Not a fan.
I think in any structure, in any power imbalance, in any way, most of the time, people are not going to take advantage of it. But there are people that will.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter.
Shh. You wanna bail on this?
Your call.
No, we're gonna do it.
They're wearing body armor.
Oh, body armor.
Alright, remind me to turn it back up when we're done with the clickers.
I will.
I have several Molotov cocktails.
Oh, good. She'll scream and then they'll all run over.
They're all gonna run over, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, they all run towards the screaming, and they get set on fire.
Then put all this on fire. Oh, oh.
Yeah, they
Burn,
can't
baby,
see
burn.
us.
Disco Inferno. Whoa, did you see that guy's head fall?
Yeah,
forward?
this is some sort of Fallout survivor. Oh, he's a cop. So that got a few of them down. I guess.
Hey, maybe we should run over here and check it out.
Alright, how much on fire do you need to be? Come on, man. He walks like a dork.
You've heard of ACAB. Now get ready for ABAC.
I like that I can get supplies off of the dead people.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I set them on fire.
Okay. That's all of them.
God. Well, we found the bank. What's with the body armor? They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. Not sure.
You know what would be kind of an interesting defense layer is if you were like really fucked up, is that you would get people, put them in body armor, and intentionally get them infected and just leave them, like, in a moat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you wanted a first layer of defense and you never wanted to cross a certain area and you wanted no one ever to go past it.
I think The Walking Dead, not with the body armor, but they did something similar where they had, like, cordoned areas that had zombies in it specifically to, like, keep people out.
Ah. Vault 60.
I think these body armor guys were trying to rob the bank.
Ah.
Oh shit. It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Ah, Point Break.
Oh, yeah. Love that movie.
Front door, back door. They're just basically trying to steal, so 60-2306. Well, probably have to look at this later, but whatever.
Look for something in the boxes. Which boxes?
Here we go.
Oh shit, it's right here. Okay, hold on. Let me just look around one more time.
Oh, is
Something-
it the mailboxes on the back here? Oh. Safety. Or were you talking about on the table? Because I don't think.
It's good.
I think we got everything, right? Yep, we're going inside the vault right now. Don't worry. 60-2306. Thanks, chat.
Oh 06?
06.
Got it.
I'm surprised it still works.
Watch out for, wouldn't it be funny if there's, like, bodies in there?
It's just gonna be one big dude.
Oh!
Yeah, there's dead people in here. Oh well. Ooh, a shotgun.
Sweet.
Oh, he shot his own brains
Oh.
out.
Thanks, dude.
I like how there's a whole story, because probably what happened is, like, they were trying to rob it. Oh my god!
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to try and rob money, so this must be pre-war. I mean, pre-infection or whatever.
Look at all this money.
How would they be
bag's
infected?
full.
If it was...
I'm so,
If we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich.
this probably happened right before the outbreak, and they were trying to rob it, and then the outbreak hit, and
Oh,
he killed
yeah.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Fucking Neil roped me in. Said the police would be too busy chasing all those sick people running around. Said this place would be easy picking. So of course those sick fuckers show up and everything went to shit. Pulled one of them off Kyle, nearly lost my arm with all the fucking bites. And then my own guys lock me in here. The cops will get here soon. If I go down with my friends, go down with me. I'll tell the newspapers, tell everyone on TV that Kyle Peters, Leon Travis, Neil Grant are motherfucking cowards.
Yeah, so that's exactly like what I was gonna say before we read this. I feel really fucking weird right now. Sweating like a pig, arms all red and black where I got bit. Can't keep my thoughts straight. Oh shit, is this how it happens? Am I turning into one of them? Fuck that. If I'm going out, I'll go out like a fucking man.
No, that's what I said.
No, I thought you meant,
They tried robbing the bank on Outbreak Day.
Probably seemed smart at the time.
I thought you meant like before.
Oh.
And then, yeah.
Nothing. Okay, I think this is what they meant by check the boxes. So
Yeah.
I'm going to check all the boxes, don't worry. I'm going to go slow. Nope.
Cool.
Sick part. Well, Let's read it. Sic Parvis Magna. Oh, this must be a code? Maybe this is like some sort of ancient Da Vinci Code thing that doesn't matter anymore. 29th of January, 1596. 9:32:79. Put it in fire.
Oh, it's actually a song from the Uncharted soundtrack.
Oh, cool. Thank you for reminding to put the volume back up.
Oh, sorry.
No. They did.
Oh.
You don't need to be sorry. Oh, yeah, because...
Sic Parvis Magna was the motto of Sir Francis Drake, and he probably intended it to mean, thus from small things, great things come, or from small beginnings, great things will come.
Technically, The Last of Us and Uncharted take place in the same world. I guess probably not anymore, because... because, like, it's kind of hard, but originally they were from the same... timeline, same world.
Francis Drake's ring, he owned a silver engraved ring which was worn by his self-proclaimed descendant Nathan Drake, who wore it around his neck on a lanyard. The ring was also a makeshift key to decode Enochian script using the cipher disk. That's from the Uncharted wiki.
I wish I was into Uncharted, but every time I try, it's just nothing.
I've heard that Lost Legacy,
To the right, runner.
the one with the two women, is pretty good.
Oh, she got it. That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks, babe.
Oh, she's so
I think
useful.
we're done with this place.
Agreed.
She has about the same usefulness as Ellie from the first game, which is cool. Okay, so you see how when I open the map, it's going to show that I cleared it out, and it's going to be lighting up, see?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Alright, so if anyone in the chat would like to tell me where the gay bookstore is, I would love to hear it.
Hey, if you lived in the old world, what would you buy with all that money?
I don't know. Maybe a big farmhouse?
But you can get a farmhouse now.
She's
Okay.
really stuck on the
What would you
cottagecore
get?
idea.
A space shuttle.
Oh, that's right. Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
A farmhouse is way more practical.
Whoa.
Oh.
That place was crazy.
Well, I got a shotgun out of it, so not complaining. Okay, let's get back to the fuck Fedra gate.
No, Ellie, we have to find the gay bookstore that you don't know about. Okay, it's to our left. Or at least that question mark seems
Pretty sure
to
the
infer
gay
it.
bookstore is in the next section after you open the gate.
Okay, thank you.
Can anybody else confirm, just so that we're...
If we miss the gay bookstore, the stream is over.
Well, I mean, especially after everyone's like, you gotta do the gay bookstore, you gotta do the gay bookstore.
If we miss the gay
we're
bookstore,
like-
I'm deleting this game off of my PS4 and quitting video games forever.
No, it's not. Okay, well, where...
I'm gonna go towards that question mark.
The bookstore is not here, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
We'll
just
check
gonna
out-
go towards all the question marks and see what happens. Is it down there? In that horrible nightmare world?
I think you can get down in the middle.
Is this even a place we need to go to, though? Hold on.
Maybe it's the truck or something.
It
Or
might be the
or
truck.
something below us. I tried looking it up on YouTube, but all I got were homophobes telling me not to buy the game, so I don't know.
Oh no!
Oh god, that's like... Oh, thank you for subscribing, Lindsay.
Whoa,
Hello!
this guy was an officer.
Traveling in a ration truck?
Trying to hide, maybe?
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
I really don't think this game has been overly gay. I think, you know what I mean? They're not like screaming every 2
man.
seconds about being gay. They're just having a normal relationship and just talking.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's really over the top.
Everything is in place. We will be waiting. Once we intercept the convoy and take the federal officers captive, you can abandon your post and join us. I know you've taken numerous risks and live in fear of being discovered. Your loyalty to our cause is appreciated. Isaac.
Just a second, I wanted to say I appreciate all the people who've been following. We don't usually shout out followers, but I see you've been going off a lot today, and I just want to say thank you for following. But
Was one of the people on the poster named Isaac?
I think so. So I feel like there's like some sort of subplot going on environmentally about those rebel terrorists or whatever. MREs, maybe we can grab one? No, okay, guess not. I mean, they still look good, right? I mean, they're in the packaging.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Review. Could be gayer. It's just kind of weird because people always do this thing where they're like, oh, but like you can have the characters just be gay and like just never talk about it and never mention it and like never, and I'm like, but that's not how like straight characters are. Straight characters like have romances and like talk about their attraction to other people and like that's considered okay. So also fair to point out that because straight tends to be viewed as like the default, that you generally don't have to put in as much work to establishing that a character is straight or cis or whatever, like as you would to making sure people know that a character is gay or trans or whatever else that's outside of the, you know.
I'm not homophobic. I just don't want to see or hear or think about gay people, and I don't want them to have the same minimal conveniences I get to have in public. That's it. I only want them to not be seen or heard or perceived or thought about and to not hold hands in public. Am I a homophobe? And someone goes, yes. I can't believe it. You're so closed-minded. It's like, okay, dude.
Military got their ass kicked here.
WLF. These guys don't fuck around. Whew.
Yeah, like I will say there are definitely times when developers do not, I can think of a couple specific examples where it was kind of like, ugh, they really didn't like approach this in like the way that was good. Not like the inclusion itself, but just like how they...
Well, that was an adventure.
Okay, seriously.
Haven't found any of them
Where
yet.
is the gay bookstore?
Hey, it's a big city. We barely started looking.
Yeah, I know. Just thought we'd see one of them by now.
I like to imagine they're talking about the gay bookstore. It's a big city. I'm sure there's a gay bookstore.
I'm sure it's here somewhere, babe. Gay people breathing outrageous. Yeah.
And there have been video games where the main character was just gay. I remember Dreamfall, The Lost Chapters, and how the main male protagonist was a gay man, like 100% gay. He wasn't bisexual. He wasn't anything. He was just gay. And, like, I feel like the developers are like, yeah, he's just gay. And everyone's like, so he's bisexual, right? He's going to be with that redheaded woman who keeps harassing him and he keeps telling her no. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, he's gay. And then in the final episode, he was like, no, I'm gay. And everyone's like, I can't believe it. Why would he just go out and just say he's gay? And I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't you remember when there was that clip of Ellie kissing Dina that they showed? And some people actually responded and said, maybe that's just a thing that women do with each other. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember. Was that just a joke? Like, were people for real?
There were people who were just like, well, she's probably just bisexual and like blah, 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 and all this stuff. And it was like, I'm sure that that's not going to... And it was just kind of like, hey, like, you wonder why developers feel the need to be like really in your face about like a character's identity. And sometimes it's because people will just like willfully misunderstand. She's just kissing her to impress a guy. Yeah. Like I
really don't like it. So I'm bisexual and Stacy, you're bisexual. That's the easiest term to use.
Yeah.
I really don't like it when people use bisexuality as a way to erase our fellow gays. I think being gay is 100% valid, and I don't like bisexuality being used as the erasure.
Like the starter gay.
The starter gay, you know? I don't like it when people are like, when this character is gay, and they go, well, they could be bisexual, which in essence... it feels like they're trying to erase the gay or make the gay a little bit more palatable. Mm-hmm. Like, she could still be with a man, aka you, video game player. And I'm like, please. It's invalidating to both gay people and bisexuals, yeah.
We gotta put the gas in the generator, right?
Yeah. I'm just scared of missing the gay bookstore, but at this point...
I think... people seem to believe that it's in the next segment.
Okay. All right. The game certainly didn't make this a gay agenda, but we did. And I appreciate talking about it, but I also don't want to exhaust our listeners on gay agenda.
Yeah.
I just had so much rage. I had to say it.
Here we go.
Also, it's like, you know, something doesn't have to be a work of art.
I got it. You put in the
to
code.
have gay stuff in it. There's plenty of like, you can have like trashy gay stuff too.
Hey, these old generators are pretty finicky, so it might take you a few tries.
Oh, she got it.
Oh.
Sorry, go on.
Nothing.
When two butches are dating, who gets to be the one to tell the other how to do things? I've cried in therapy because I didn't want to admit that I found my friend attractive.
I can't imagine what it's like for others. Thank you for the bits, bobbers, and thank you for sharing that. That is, yeah, I think that is an experience that is certainly shared by a lot of people, especially when you're coming to terms with your own like feelings and sexuality and stuff.
Alright, which one is this called?
Main gate, right? No, wait. It says on the wall.
I think it's north 0, but I'm gonna check. Oh, it's east 2. Ha 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 ha, just kidding. I'm keeping you guys on your toes. Remember, A-back.
A-back.
Remember A-back. Idiot. Don't talk to me. Don't leave delete the comment right now.
5345.
It worked.
I can't wait for the million...
Well, no welcoming committee.
Or they're just waiting for us.
For the million YouTube comments where they only watch the part where I fuck
Except
up
for a way in.
and spell A-back.
Keep an eye on those windows.
But don't watch the part where I go, wait, I spelled that wrong.
Yeah.
So, for eternity, for the rest of our lives, I will be getting little bell notifications and I click on it. And someone goes, you spelled it wrong, idiot.
I just like how you made fun of Joel for his, like, dad love song. And you're like, Hey everyone, I have a real woke tune for you. A-back. That's right, I said it.
I know for a fact that this like misspelling is going to haunt me forever. Forever. I know that there's going to be comment notifications for the rest of my life.
Hashtag A-back. So they said just look out for rainbow crosswalks and pride flags to find the gay bookstore.
Oh, okay, so you can't miss it. All right.
The future comments will remember
You
this.
see that? Infected just hopped that fence.
Oh, means we can get in that way.
Shouldn't we hear gunshots or something?
I don't know what's going on.
Wait, do they still think people live in this city? Girl, that is just not it. Just checking the corners.